This is a brief tutorial about canonical URLs and how to deploy them using the Yoast SEO plugin. So what is a canonical URL and why would we use it? Generally speaking, it's a way to have content on your website that may be duplicative of other content, or maybe it's really kind of short on content, but there's other content on your website that really is the more meaningful place that you would care for a search engine to really know about. As a general notion, if you have kind of content that is really bare bones or content that is duplicate content, to be sure, search engines can punish you, and the way they punish you is by demoting your search results. You know, one way to think of this is to say, let's say you do have duplicate content. Let's say you run two separate websites. They have very similar content. They may even be part of an overarching scheme of websites, and that's totally okay. But you, for whatever reason, you want to have the same content on both websites. But Google doesn't know what to do, doesn't know which website is more important than the other. And so what you can tend to do if you do not canonicalize the content is to, in a sense, split your love down the middle. And so maybe they'll show up somewhere, maybe they'll show up on the other one. But if your search engine love that you're receiving is half for each of your two websites, that doesn't add up to a whole, so you're losing ground compared to your competitors who are receiving the full love from the search engines. And so we can canonicalize this duplicate content to say, we've got content over here at website A, we've got the same content over here at B, but hey, search engines, if you're going to index this site B, we want you to look over at site A in this specific page to shine your light on it, to give your love for search purposes. So Yoast makes it pretty easy to do that. All we do is if we come into the Yoast plugin here, and if it's activated, we can come down here and we can see that what I've clicked on here is this little gear icon to show the advanced. If you just start out, it just shows you this general function for Yoast, but we want to come down to the gear icon and show advanced functions. And this will show you here, you can see the canonical URL ability. And Yoast even tells you the canonical URL that this page should point to, and leave it empty for the default permalink, and that's for this page. So right here again, if this is site B and we want site A to get the main love for this, this is what it's called, just a test page. And so let's say it's site A is actually example.com just test page, or whatever the URL is. You want to make sure you get the right URL. But anyway, you just type that in, click on update, and now this page has been canonicalized. Now you might say, well, why don't we just not index this page here, right? We could change the settings so that basically telling Google, hey, don't even bother indexing this page. And that can be a solution, but generally speaking, we prefer search engines to know about all the good content we have on a website, even if we're going to say, hey, go look over there to give us your search love. So recommended in many cases to keep this as default, which is to index the page. And then again, if this is a duplicate content situation, or you might find a situation where, let's say you have a generic page that describes a type of activity that you might have on your website, and then you have individual posts that are kind of sub-activities that are just very short little pieces, so they're not going to get a lot of SEO love. You might, on each of those little short ones, canonicalize to the main page. I've done that before with SEO content, where I would have like maybe a daily SEO tip. That tip alone was very short, very little content, wasn't going to get a lot of SEO love. But if I said, you know what, go look at my main SEO page for search engines, go look at that main SEO page, that was another way to canonicalize the content, or another reason to canonicalize the content. So I hope that's helpful.